Is there anyone here that never gets anxiety? Don't know what's coming next, but ladies and gentlemen, we are all currently part of the same team. We're part of the same world. We are all
Welcome, friends. It's good to see you. My name is Remmi, and the circus believes in me. We're going to be playing some Griftlands. We're going to be starting the third and final, to the best of my knowledge, story of Griftlands, starring Smith and the thing that washed up on the beach. You never really talk to it, but like... you know how some people, you're hearing Griftlands come into the background, by the way. You know how some people say that, like, the city is the extra character in their show? In Smith's story, it's, the thing on the beach. Let's get into it. You are not seeing the game because I did not capture the correct window. Oh, no, there it goes. Hi, Andy. I'll be very honest with you. I would love to, if I had the patience, which I thoroughly don't, set about, like, making a very basic PNG tuber off of that design, off of my hard eye design. As it is, the little bit of pulsing as I speak in the void is very pleasing to me. It's a nice stopgap that means I don't have to do a lot of work. How is that game audio balance for you? It is a little loud in my headphones, but I always think that. One run in progress. Game audio sounds great to me. Wonderful. I considered the PNG tuber before I got comfy camera streaming, but it is a lot. We tried to mess with PNG tubers once, like, a number of months ago, and got about a fourth of the way through, like, putting together all of the individual parts that they want you to put together, and then just, like, ran out of steam and was like, we could do this other things. I can't really hear the game without making you painfully loud. Well, how about I turn myself down just a little bit? Turn the game down just a little bit less. Also, hello, Bad Road. Is this better? The game is supposed to be quieter when I'm speaking because it's the audio ducking thing. Alright, let's just jump into it. Yo, Smith, the wastrel. Oh, hang on. Does it say the... Oh, right. A ne'er-do-well with a heart of gold and 3 livers of cast iron. Hey, here's a content warning. I've been lax about content warning with Griftlands, but it is a video game where there is violence, and negotiation. In Smith's particular case, I want to warn for alcoholism, because there's a binge drinking deck that you can build, and it's really unbelievably useful. DRB, no, just finished streaming, so I'm gonna grab a snack. Oh, I need to catch up on Momodora, actually, but I presume it's adorable because the other Momodoras have been adorable. The Inheritance Story difficulty. Choose this mode if you want to experience the story with reduced difficulty and without a permadeath. Sounds great. I'm going to believe in my past self that these were the perks I wanted, and just, I have 5 full outfits. Are any of them good? Hessian Disguise, the Sneaksmith, the Outdoorsmith, the Gambler. I like this. It's very, like, it's a dress uniform for some Star Wars lineage. Just go with Smith's regular jacket.
You were born to disappoint. When your wealthy parents tried to foot you with the bill of their ambitions, you left the check with your siblings and hit the road. Actions speak louder than words. So while you gambled and drank your way through every dive bar this side of the sea, your parents cleaned up after you, eager to keep the family name out of ledgers. Meanwhile, your siblings flourished. Theroux, the baby, grew out of diapers and into the Merchant's Guild, keeping his skin oiled. Mullafi, your twin sister, sharpened her teeth at the Admiralty, swimming up the ranks like a sharp-toothed eel. And Vixmali, the eldest, became a Hessian cardinal. Guess those family ties paid off. So at least when your parents finally died, they had 3 other broodlings to be proud of. But when you came home to claim your inheritance, it turns out that your parents weren't the only ones to feel resentful.
We're being told that some people like us because of the perks we chose. We'll, figure that out later. This isn't the first time you wake up in a gutter, but it is the first time it hurts so bad. You knew you weren't the family favorite, but be kicked out of your own parents' funeral? Go over what happened, draft a negotiation card, or check yourself for bruises, draft a combat card. Let's take a negotiation card. You've talked your way out of retribution before, but your baby brother talked twisters around you. It just occurred to me to wonder if alcohol is an Arabic loanword, and apparently it is. Oh yeah. I think I remember that from a Discworld novel. It's Jingo, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Choose a negotiation card to add. We have Revision, destroy all friendly arguments and create new copies of them. What would that do? What arguments do we usually have access to that makes making new copies of them useful? Let's go with something else then. Save face, spend 2 renown. I think we haven't had renown before. Renown. When destroyed, deal 1 damage to your core argument per stack of renown. At the end of your turn, this deals 1 damage for every 2 stacks to a random opponent argument. Okay, it's a tick. At the start of your turn, renown is reduced by 1. Also apply 5 composure. That sounds good. Fall Guy. Apply 3 composure to a random friendly argument and force all enemy intents and arguments to target it. Just make a great big decoy. We'd also get another 15 shills? Yeah. Out of that, let's take Save Face. That sounds good. I do love my passive ticks. It might be a good idea to plate your tongue with silver at least. Before, you entered by the front entrance, elbowing your way through the crowd. This time, though, you had around the back. Hold it right there, Grifter. The captain has given me license to beat you down again if you need it. If you know who I am, you know I ain't no grifter. This is my house. Not anymore. Besides, I've been stationed here for 5 years, and this is the first time I've seen you. I had better things to do than my glance harden around this dump, didn't I? Pradeshi politics are never kind, but to be disowned by your own brood, that must sting. It'd take time and self-reflection to notice where your feelings are at, and you'd rather avoid it altogether. You notice a box just inside the estate's gates, a glint of precious metals catching your eye. Looks like the heirlooms from your parents' vacation home. We can demand one of the heirlooms and see how that goes for us, or just leave. I think we make bad decisions. You expect me to walk away empty-handed? My parents are dead, I've got brood rights. Rights to that box, for instance. Effie glances over his shoulder in surprise. Seems the box was overlooked. No one here cares about your damn rights. I'm doing you a favor by turning you away like this. This person? Yeah, this person makes bad decisions. A lot of folks making bad decisions recently. We can threaten, we can beat up Effie, or we can just back down. Effie apparently likes us, so this will be easier. Sure. I've tussled with switches before, you know. Only they weren't cozied up in the suburbs and they knew how to throw a punch. We apparently get 3 intimidates. At the end of your turn, accept 2 intimidated, unplayable. Oh, okay, this is your... Abuse of power is your core argument. That's fun. So we got our save face that we took. Name drop. Gain 2 renown, draw a card. Bully. An attack for 1 or 2 and has bravado. This card deals bonus damage equal to the number of hostility cards played in a row this turn. This is our only hostility card. We, of course, can tell it's a hostility card because it is red. It also says it in the little info pane. The green ones are diplomacy. Apparently the purple ones are called manipulate. I've never known that. And we're just going to use a couple of those so we don't take damage right now. I think we gain 2 renown. Oh, well, that's a shame. We did draw the Intimidate, so we're just gonna go ahead and take some extra damage, but that's fine. And there's the other 2, huh? Increase the maximum damage of this card by 2, so it can just sail off and... What's this doing? Oh, that's renown. So, that's going to deal no damage. I think we... Carve some more renown. And just swing at your core argument as hard as we can. Wow, that really did the thing, huh? Put some composure on us, and then eat these other 2 intimidates. But that's fine. We can just take you out. Never concede and make them have it, Shiva and Bot. It's good. That works in poker, too. Draw 3 cards. Discard 2 random cards in your hand. We are picking a negotiation card as our bonus. Double Entendre as an attack. It does 1, 2, 3 damage. Applies composure to all friendly arguments equal to the damage dealt by this card. As a hostility card? Actually, yes. That's really good. I like that a lot. Crass gain 2 dominance and 1 vulnerability. All resolved losses increase by 1. Let's just take Double Entendre. It's an attack that applies composure for 1. I think that's unbelievably acceptable. You want some? You want to see what your blood looks like here in the nice flagstone? I gotta tell you from experience, that stuff is a pain to get out. Maybe you are that intimidating, or maybe he just doesn't want to risk a riot. Fine, but if the Bankwads notice anything missing, they'll learn you're a thief as well as a disgrace. You rummage through the box. Most of it's forgettable, but there is one heirloom you'd like to keep. Compression gear. Increase max health by 8 or resolve by 2. And resolve by 2, pardon me. A boom box, which contains 2 grenades that we can take with us. Or cranial incision, add a negotiation graft slot. The card battling this always reminds me of the negotiation card battling in Potionomics, which is a very good thing. I like Potionomics a lot. I think Potionomics actually does, well, I guess it's a very different kind of negotiation, right? It's bartering versus, trying to get someone to do illegal shit for you. So maybe that helps Potionomics feel a little nicer, because it's doing a nicer thing. But I do really like that system. I don't know what a graft slot is, but it sounds useful. So up here on the top left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 empty purple slots and 1, 2, 3 empty orange slots. Those are for grafts. They are permanent modifications. We'll get one at the end of each day. We'll probably have the opportunity to get more, but you can only carry so many, and having more graft slots open means you have to make less hard choices about what you want to keep. Now, leave. Ask about, or attempt to leave with a mote of dignity. Now, let's ask about the world around us, I think. Yeah, wait a sec, I got questions. This isn't your funeral, but if you want it to be, I suppose I can't stop you from sticking around. What's with all the peasants, huh? There's no way they're here to give a damn about this rotten family. They're pilgrims, or so they claim. The cult has allowed them access, that's all I need to know. Pilgrims for what? Well, for you, of course. The prodigal son has returned. Prodigal. Why, for you, of course. The prodigal son. I do not know how to pronounce that word. I know I'm doing it wrong. Prodigal. Prodigal? I've heard this fucking word a million times. We're moving on. You got a lot of sass for someone at the top of my shuck list. This is all some big scam, ain't it? Please tell me how they died if I don't get to see the bodies. You aren't alone there. No one has. Ah, something fishy after all, huh? Yeah, something fishy and large, more like. I'm not sure how you made it all the way here without hearing the news, but I shan't spoil it for you. We'll have to find someone else to share the grisly details of their demise. Prodigal, thank you. I was going to fixate on that too much on the break. Yeah, you hear that? That's the sound of a plot thickening. The plot, or perhaps just the blood in your brain. Ask about your siblings. It still doesn't make sense.
Alsielso.
Why'd Malefi even tell me about the funeral if I wasn't going to be allowed in, huh? That's a mystery you'll have to uncover for yourself. There's no love for you here, I'll tell you that much. I didn't ask you. Actually, you did. Attempt to leave with a mote of dignity. Yeah, fine, I don't need this dump. I've traveled the world. I'll see you on the flipper side, chump. Make our way to the sweet relief. I had forgotten about our deuteragonist in this story, but I've just now remembered it. Effie is singularly unhelpful. I mean, he's not trying to be. I mean, he's not trying to be helpful. He's actively attempting to be a detriment to the things Smith wants, which are illegal and undecorous. The Hideaway isn't your first choice of a bar, but it's the only one that doesn't have a bouncer at the door keeping pilgrims away. Inside, the air is humid and heavy, the way most Kradeshi like it. You take a deep breath to coat your lungs, and for the first time, you actually feel at home. It takes a moment for you to notice the Jirackle barkeep, hair slick with the heat. Hey, barkeep, whatever you got that's on the house. I'm in mourning. On the house? You got another thing coming if you think... Wait. Smith? Yeah, I got it in one. Do I... The nervous twitching of the Jirackle's nose brings back fond memories of your school days. Sweet Marie, you old fluff. How you been, buddy? Boys, it's good to see a friendly face. I've had a hell of a week. Yeah? Well, you and me both, I guess. Is there something you want, or are you just here to ask for free swill? Because you're extra sensitive, you notice that Sweet Marie is looking a little limp. Ask about... Pearl on the Foam. Which is the name of the... What? Okay. Pearl on the Foam is both the spiritual home of the mercantile... Mercantile. Both the spiritual home of the mercantile class and the mercantile home of the spiritual class. Wow, I got tripped up at the first part of that and then just did the whole thing in one go. Its balmy beaches offer a welcome respite for the cutthroat Hessians of Supplicant City, but its troubles lay just below the surface. We could also ask a pilgrim to the business. We will do all three in order. What's the deal with all these pilgrims, anyhow? It's not like it's not like the neighborhood to tolerate so much riffraff. It's the great beaching, of course. The what wedding? You don't know? What are you back in town for, then? My parents' funeral, you must have heard. But that's the same thing. A luminous behemoth beached itself on the shore about a week past. Just sent out tentacles, anchored into the mud, and heaved itself onto the land. Everyone's sure it's some sign from Hesh. Huh. Wild. What's that got to do with my parents? Oh, jeez, I hate to be the one to tell you this. They were mud bathing on the shore when it happened. Oh, so... Oh. Yeah, afraid so. With all these pilgrims, you'd think business would be hopping. You'd think, but the ones who mean it are only drinking salt water. Normally I cater, nobles and such. But none of them want to be seen in a bar with no security, not when the huddled masses are about. I ain't never been afraid of slumming, and look where it got me. The word on the street is that you've been disowned. That's got nothing to do with it. Whatever you say, Smith. Anything you can do to entice folks back in? Bars in the South know how to stay competitive. Yeah, well, with the gates guarded, it's a lot harder to get my gray matter. Stuff that falls outside the cult's list of acceptable vices. If I could get some of that, it might put me back on the map. That can't be too hard. There's got to be enough people paying bribes to keep the Jakes in rotation. Oh, definitely, but there's a lot more Luminary wandering around than usual. Admiralty I know how to handle, but Luminari, they never look the other way. Huh. I'm not afraid of no Hessian. My family's been in the cult since I was a tadpole. Oh, mine were late converts, and I got the bald patches to show for it. Offer to help your old friend. Yeah, well, whatever you're doing, count me in. We're friends after all. We are? The old buds like you and me, we gotta stick together. We do? Yeah, what can I do to help? Just say the word, your old pal Smith and knock some heads for you. Assuming this isn't some trick, I got a lead on something that might help. I just didn't have the muscle to see it done. I keep expecting to see some Hessian mercenaries. Hang tight, we'll get there. Hey, I got enough to spare. Leave it to me. Sure, Smith. Whatever you say. Rare imports or sponsorship deal. Negotiation or battle and negotiation. I think we do this one because it'll let us upgrade a card immediately. You ever had Aqua Lumina? I mean, that stuff the priest rank? Of course not. Vix had it when he was initiated, made his eyeballs glow for a month. Well, the pilgrims want it. The nobles want it. Pretty much everyone wants to drink the blood of Hesh or whatever they think it is. And these days with the lumen pouring off that thing on the beach, I have a lead on some unlicensed distillation. Huh, that all? I got a friend or two in the Jakes. I know some about moving contraband. Oh, well, I could use it. And if we're friends and all, I'd look forward to seeing you deliver. The Jakes are laying low, but I have a contract that can get you in touch. What do you want me to do with this stuff? Should I sample it? Make sure it's legit? Good point. Could be diluted lumen, made to look drinkable. Drinking lumen will make you go blind and sterile, and probably strip half your brain cells. Huh. Maybe just a sip then. There's a Marif. Hi, Emmy. Chugging the lumen, getting it all up in my shit. It's gonna make your eyes glow. Also, so that's good. We got jumped on the way to the thing. You're used to seeing strange characters on the road, but the fellow who stopped you up short would look out of place just about anywhere. Why, what's this? You're no pilgrim, that's for sure. But you also don't look quite like a Pearly. The best of both worlds, what I am. Born and bred from the foam, seasoned by the road. Then perhaps your palate is equally adventurous, huh? Fancy trying out one of my amuse-bouches? Amuse-bouches. I know that word. Fancy trying out one of my amuse-bouches. Rare ingredients sourced from the bog and local delicacies fused into one unique cuisine. Try the truffled scuttlers, the tide pool pods. Thanks. Thanks for doing it that way. Try the deep eel eclair or decline the offer. Some people call him the Space Cowboy, some people call him the Gangster of Love, some people call him Morif, because that's his name. All of these do sound delicious a little bit. I don't know if eel pairs well with that much sweetness. I think truffled scuttlers. I didn't know scuttlers were even edible. Oh, prepare to be surprised. Scuttlers don't go down easy. You swear one of them clings to your esophagus. Blech. I thought you said they were edible. Actually, what I said was that you would be surprised. But I admit, that was an unintended reading. Thanks for the grub, but maybe stick to the normal stuff, huh? Normal stuff? That's a bit loaded. There's no discovery without risk. However, it's hard to find willing taste testers as it is. I'd prefer nobody knew about your bad taste. You'll feel the extent of that dubious meal, Ruddig will like you. You'll feel better for scolding Rug, but he isn't likely to appreciate it. You know what? We got a free lunch out of the deal, so... I mean, who would I tell? It's just food. So, like, I know that eel sauce is sweet, but I'm thinking of, like an eclair with that very heavy cream in the middle of it, and putting an eel in with that. And it kind of makes me go, whoa. Maybe it's great. I could be wrong. But it doesn't feel immediately appealing. Who would I tell? It's just food. You think my life's so boring that this is what I choose to relive? Oh, and here I thought my food would be an inspiration. But if we're agreed, that's enough for me. Rug cleans up his gear and leaves you to rinse the taste from your mouth. Game negotiation card, I'll serve. It doesn't do anything bad to us, it's just like a chunk in there. It's just like a useless card. Okay, let's get back to that unlicensed distillation we were doing. Or not doing. Muling for. The Jakes have always found a foothold in the foam, providing goods from the mainland that don't go through supplicant city tithing. Now, though, they've really come into their elements, what with a glut of pilgrims clogging up the supply lines. Likely they know this position makes them even bigger targets than usual, and they're jumpy when you arrive. Who's there? Hey, bud, relax. We just come and talk business. We don't got business with a grifter like you. Shove off. Convince Grunjax you're representing Sweet Morif shouldn't be hard, we are. Or threaten Grunjax for no reason. Let's do this. Hey, I'm just a pack-on shoe. All I want to do is pick up a package for Sweet Morif. Do we just want to... What does nepotism here do? Nepotism, insert self-promotion or clout into your hand. What do those cards do? Self-promotion, gain 1 influence. At the end of your turn, lose 1 influence. Clout is an attack for 1, but you play it twice. So it's 2 damage, which honestly isn't terrible. Let's do the thing we know we're gonna do and shield ourselves. And actually, we could play both of our bully cards, and that would deal a little bit more damage. Because they get bigger for each hostility card we play. So... It did 3 damage, but that's still more than 2. You have a new thingy over here. What is this? Crafty, intense, and target previews are hidden. Oh. There's now an unknown intent. I think we do it like this. We're going to play Name Drop to gain 2 Renown. We're going to play that double entendre. We're going to play the double entendre we got. You'd think I'd know that word better. To deal some amount of damage and apply shielding to all of our things. I would have liked it to have been more than that. And then let's use our third, apparently, bully card to deal that little bit more damage. Your attacks do trample, so yeah, every time you defeat a secondary... It's the thing you've intuited, but I'm saying it out loud for the stream. Whenever you defeat a secondary argument on the outer wheel, then the leftover damage does come and hit their core argument instead. Unless something weird is happening. Yes, let's apply more composure. I really wanted you to do more than 1 damage. Buh. He just bragged twice. I kind of don't see a good reason to not do that. Hey, because it's got the highest max damage we can handle. Which it did both times, so that's nice. Takes him down to 9. What is causing you to... Oh, whenever Grunjax deals damage, they gain composure equal to the resolve lost. Oh, golly. If no resolve is lost, Grunjax takes 3 damage. Oh, I should have been doing something about that. Do... I think we do this way. Let's play Name Drop, gain 2 Renown. We drew a card, but it was the ulcer. That's fine. Now we're going to play Save Face. That spends that 2 Renown we just got to put 5 Composure on our core argument, so now we're not going to take any damage, and that that's going to swing back and hurt... What's your name? Grunjax. And in the meantime, we are going to play Nepotism. Put some clout in our hand. Oh, I'm just looking at this now. Clout angles really well with Bully because that's 2 hostility cards, and then that counts as 2 hostility cards, and then Bullies go up by 2. Bully's damage goes up by 2. I wish I had thought of that earlier, but it's too late now. Yeah, let's just apply our composure. Let's hit you with the Bully. There we go. Wonderful. Negotiation successful. We can pick a negotiation card, and probably should. Networker. If you have 2 Renown, draw 2 cards. It also deals 4 damage. Well, it deals 4 damage, and then also, if you have 2 Renown, you can draw 2 cards. We're not really doing anything with Renown. I really like Double Entendre. I'm sort of thinking about taking a second one. Or Ad Hominem. At the end of your turn, spend 1 Renown and apply 2 Composure to all your arguments. We don't really have enough stuff that takes Renown, so let's take Double Entendre instead. Pardon me. Negotiation upgrades are available. So, the pips here underneath the name of the card light up every time you play it, and once you play it enough times, you get the opportunity to level it up. We leveled up a lot of cards in that negotiation, actually. We get to choose. Bewilder used to apply 3 Composure. It can apply 10 Composure, and then we rip the card in half. Or just apply 5 Composure. I think we will keep the card in our deck. Our other Bewilder can apply 7 Composure and expend, which is exiling it, not tearing it in half. Or apply 3 Composure and gain 1 Renown. And if we want to do stuff with Renown, we need ways to gain Renown. Yeah, I think we just take it. Brag becomes Rooted Brag, which deals 3 damage full stop. Or it can do 5 damage full stop, but also we exile it. Let's take a Rooted. And what can our bullies turn into? Bully of Clarity, 8 damage and then rip it in half, or just... What is this doing? Oh, it deals between 1 and 3 damage instead of 1 and 2 damage, like regular bully does. I think that's fine. I think a little push-up is fine. Ooh, no, this is good. Bravado, our other bully is going to be leveling up into Mirrored Bully. Attack twice with this card, which means that the second one is better entirely. Because Bully gets more smacky with each hostility card played. Is that it? I think those are all the things. Earn victory metal and restore health. Marif sent me here because he thought she'd have it. Do I gotta go back and report otherwise? No, we have it. You're working for a sweet Marif, huh? I wouldn't expect him to trust something like this to someone else. Yeah, well, I'm special. Yeah, you and everyone else in the phone. Let me find that order for you. Grunjax disappears behind crates and paperwork. You hum an old school song to pass the time, a song from your schooling, not an old school song like Build Me Up Buttercup, to take but one example. Just when you're getting to the good part, your performance is interrupted by the dour presence of the cult. I thought the Jakes might be proliferating. And what are you, Grifter? A Jake in training or a client? Show me the contraband. Oh, come on. These aren't mine. I'm just standing next to them. This isn't going to go well for you. Bribe. Scare away. Frenwin will dislike you if you try to scare her away. Or beat some sense into Frenwin. Frenwin. It's just fun to say. Do we want to beat up a priest on a dock? The answer is kinda, especially because I don't really want to give you that much money. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons for you to get out of here. That's a very specific note. Oh, you're counting up your fingers. That's cute. What is that? Favored by Hesh. All panic meters increase by 1 upon this fighter's death. This amount increases by 2 every turn. That doesn't matter when you're this close in. Moxie. Whenever Smith takes damage on his turn, his Moxie increases by a random amount between 1 and 2. At the end of his turn, Smith will heal equal to the amount of Moxie he has. After healing, his Moxie is halved down to a minimum of 1. A status effect will be applied. Drink. Arsenal. Toughen up. Drop kick. So what I was saying before, the binge drinking deck, it starts with one thing. We choose one card out of Smith's class. The green juice, alleviate 4 health and then expend. The Shrockian Pepper Shot, expend 1 empty bottle card from your deck, apply 1 impair. So you're just hucking an empty bottle at your opponent. Hair of the Rock, drink, gain 2 adrenaline, expend. What does adrenaline do? Attack damage is increased by 1. At the end of your turn, remove all adrenaline. So here's the thing. We now drink this. And we have 2 empty bottles in our discard now. There are other cards which very much care about that. Like the one we're about to play here, I think. Smith's Arsenal, insert hammer throw or bottle smash into your hand. What does trauma do? Not good stuff. Whenever owner is attacked, increase trauma by 1 at 10 stacks. Owner gained traumatized and loses trauma. The next attack against owner deals double damage and reduces this by 1. Let's just smash you with a bottle, I think. And crunch, and yeah, just drop kick you for 9 while I'm about it. Oh, I still have 1 left. I can apply some defense. Yeah, now I think we just hit you for 6 and have that be the... no, let's not hit you for 6, because that will actually kill you. But I don't think I want to do that, so... let's hit you for 3 instead, and we can accept your surrender. There is no good reason for you to look into my pack and see this weird, glowy drink I'm getting. Pick a battle card. Expend up to 2 empty bottle cards from your deck. Heal 2 health per bottle. That sounds good. Discard up to 2 cards. Gain 3 defense per card discarded. Or discard up to 3 cards and draw that many. Take 2 damage per card discarded. I really like healing off empty bottles. That sounds very good, actually. We've also learned some metal we're not spending, and resolved... gained some resolve back. Blasphemy. Uh-huh. You're shaking me down in the name of your god. Brenwan limps off. Grunjax comes back carrying a small crate. Who are you talking to? Some priest, but don't worry, I took care of it. You what? We have an arrangement with a cult. Well, I arranged your face a little. No permanent damage. You're welcome. Take the goods and get out. Grunjax dislikes you. Could not have seen it coming. And jumped on the way back, too. You are minding your own business, carrying a valuable crate of contraband goods, when you are approached by some riffraff. Hey, you there. Hand over the box or you're gonna get hurt. Well, we can convince Lux, which is the name of this spree thug, to take just some of the goods. We can hand over all of the goods, or we can defend ourselves. If they have an arrangement with the cult, why was she hassling you? This is a fantastic question. You're correct to ask it. I don't have an answer for you, but you're right. Or I guess, I suppose Grunjax had left to, like, go do whatever they were doing. And so you just looked like an unaffiliated jackass standing on a pier next to some contraband. Which is what we are, so, you know. I think we defend ourselves. Aw, come on, I worked hard for this. Let us apply 3 defense. Let's take a big drinky. Drink, draw 2 cards, and expend. I don't want to do that. Stack. Expend up to 2 empty bottle cards from your deck. Deal 3 damage for each bottle. Sounds great. We're just gonna do that. And just... Oh, dropkick deals us damage also. Right. That's fine. Got crunched pretty bad in there, but that's alright. Insert hammer throw or bottle smash into your hand. I think we just throw a hammer. Yeah, because we don't have, like, drinks right now. What are you doing? A status effect will be applied by Thug Lux. I don't think we're gonna let you. We could probably execute you because it's self-defense, but like... You just chose the wrong slug to F with. Right in the face. Expend up to 3 empty bottle cards from your deck. Attack a random enemy per card expended. Kiss the Fist. Attack with this card twice. Headbutt. Take 4 damage. Apply 2 impair. So that's playing with the Moxie system, which I've played this game a number of times. I still don't fully understand how Moxie works and in which ways it is advantageous. You are just beeping like a motherfucker, aren't you? That's good. I think we're going to take Kiss the Fist. Just because it's fun to say. Get out of here before you make me angry. Get out of here before you make me angry, you lousy bandit. The old neighborhood isn't what it used to be. Alright, now we're going to deliver this terrifying, luminous concoction. Hey, you're back! Give Sweet Marie the goods. I got the goods for you. I hope you didn't run into trouble. Oh, that's something I can handle. Oh, the good news is now we're stocked with lumen wine. I'll let you buy them at cost because you're so helpful. I gotta pay? What is this, grout dog? Oh, I know better than to give you an open bar. You get paid 100 chills, and Sweet Marie likes you. Also, we get to upgrade a card. Negotiation or battle. We upgraded a bunch of negotiation cards already, so let's choose a battle card. And as a matter of fact, I would absolutely love to level up Kiss the Fist immediately, because look at all of those fucking pips. Attack with this card 3 times. Or attack with this card twice, but it deals much more damage. Double the amount of damage. So, minimum of 8, maximum of 12. Minimum of 6, maximum of 9? Nice. This is just better. Sweet Marie somehow looks even more stressed than when you started the day. Hey, you can relax, pal. The deed's done. Ready your butt, because this business is about to boom. Really? And you didn't, make anyone mad? Mad? What's the problem? Sweet Marie slides a crisp white card across the bar. Someone came by asking questions, looking for you. They left directions. Well, wait a minute, let's take it slow. You recognize them? What'd they look like? They had their face covered with a hood, but they sounded imperious. I don't narrow it down much. Everyone in the Pearls got their heads so far up their own asses their voice resonates. Well, they were dressed a bit ratty, like a pilgrim. Not many around here who'd stoop to wearing rags. And I guess that makes me special. You know where I'm meeting this stranger? Just about. I don't think there's anything there, though. Nothing memorable, anyway. Back alley deal. Figures. Maybe you don't have to go? I mean, I suppose if I don't, we'll just have to come back here if they want to talk to me so bad. And I might be able to set up an ambush or something. On the other hand, information is power, and the sooner you go, the sooner you'll have information. But yeah, plus no waiting. I hate waiting. Sure, let's go investigate the offer. Yeah. Well, we ain't gonna get answers twiddling our eye stalks. I'll go check it out. Yeah, sure. If you come back, I mean, when you come back, I'll hook you up with some room in the back. There's somewhere I can stock up before walking into this obvious trap. Maybe a place that sells self-defense grenades, or, I don't know, grenades. The supplies are a bit low right now, what with the pilgrims jamming up trade. But if you need anything, just head to the... Ah, shit. If you need anything, just head to the party store. The place is still in business. And wait, what am I going to do with party supplies? Stock up on paper hats? Like most things in the Pearl, it's a front. Ask to see the special reserve. Ah, I get it. Secret hats. Sure, just don't run up a tab. You might think you have nothing to lose, but they'll find something. We have some other stuff we can do first. Secret hats. Completely invisible, made of this special cloth. Can only be seen by the pure of heart. Friend in trouble. Your friend Rug is in trouble. You have a chance to save him before it's too late. Or spar with Stolo to upgrade one of your battle cards. This will cost some health. Let's go save our friend, I guess. I want to steal the secret hats. Oh, well, I'm fucked then. Oh, right. Rug was the person who gave us that meal that we decided not to talk about ever again of our own accord. You find Rug under Okonomi's... Okonomi? Yeah. Okonomi's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of his life. Save Rug. You make enough of a racket to draw Okonomi's attention, and Rug looks up at you with wide eyes. Hats Full of Sky. I need to reread those ones, the Tiffany Aching books. I'm almost certain I read Hat Full of Sky. Is that the one with the 3 wishes? I'll take my answer off air. Oh right, you had the one voice. Smith? This has nothing to do with you, Grifter. Stay out of it. Attack? This is self-defense, apparently. Or convince Okonomi to leave. I think Smith fights more. You're gonna regret messing with any of mine, pal. Let's start with Flask. Ooh, we can chug and play Smith's Flask again. Wastrel is kind of a gender, I think. I don't disagree with you. I think Wastrel is a kind of gender. It's not one that I'm powerful enough to embody, I don't think. So playing the Flask again would give us an opportunity to, like, reset these 3 improvised cards, and also it would give us another empty bottle in our deck. Which I think is fine, so let's do that. Oh yeah, and because we have 2 of those now, when we play stack, we have 2 empty bottle cards to deal 3 damage for each. Does that make sense the way I said it? I'm pretty sure it did. Deal 6 damage. Let's apply ourselves some defense. No, let's not bother with that. Let's just drop kick. And then bop you for 4, and that just ends it now. We will accept your unconditional surrender. Recycle, push it, bottle, hurl. Expend 2 empty cards from your 2 empty bottle cards from your deck to play this. It doesn't have to cost, but we need the empty bottles. Take 5 damage, draw 2 cards. And recycle. We haven't used the first recycle, really, so I think we take push it. Da, 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 da. Stop. I won't go anywhere near you or Rug again, alright? My grudge dies here. That's a deal. Break it and I'll break your neck. Get last. Okanami slinks off. He'll be lucky if he makes it back to town. Thanks, Smith. You actually saved my skin there. Yeah, that's the least I can do. Come on, let's get somewhere safe. Rug loves you. You've managed to capture his royalty. Because he's a bartender, we get mixology. Whenever you drink to restore resolve, also restore for health. We can go to the party store and stock up on things. We can go to the metal vendor. I don't think we need to do that. Or attend the mysterious meeting over there. Let's go to the party store first, because... So we've apparently walked into the middle of an argument in progress between Lily and Blaine here. I know it was you. There was no one else at the bar. I didn't do anything. You think I need to be stealing from the likes of you? Judging by your fashion choices, yes, I do. Ask Lily what's going on, ask Blaine what's going on, or leave. Food's fine, drinks are better, loyalty is priceless. I do agree with you. I think we just leave. You seem to have stumbled into something of a mess. Probably just best to just leave it be. You're definitely going to the party store because it has one of my favorite characters in this entire game in it. You enter the party store, which, unsurprisingly, looks like it sells party supplies. The proprietor doesn't look too impressed with you, but she's likely used to a finer sort of clientele in the film. Can I, help you? I'm afraid we're not hiring party clowns today. Ask to see the special reserve. I heard you maybe had a better selection than your window lets on. That true? We have the finest selection in the foam, finer than some can afford, I might add. Might also add a bit more respect, but that's just a suggestion. Sweet Marie sent me, told you you'd settle up by letting me see the wares. Sweet Marie isn't the sort to give favors so freely. How do I know you're being truthful? Convince Gumtho that you're cool. I guess you can actually literally buy loyalty in Griftlands. I try not to, because there's better things to spend your shills on. Hey, Sweets and me go way back. Tail the tadpole. No. I really, really wish that we had something that gave us renown, but we don't. Let's play Composure, first of all. Then I guess we just attack with the things we have. Apply through Composure, gain 1 renown. apply 5 composure. What is this over here, by the way? That came up in our arguments. Catch penny. At the start of your turn, double catch penny. When destroyed, lose 1 shill per stack of catch penny. So if we just let them destroy it right now, we'll lose 1 shill versus, like, letting them keeping to do it. If we bother blocking this, it'll just be more money taken away from us next time. Here's what I think we do. I think we use Mirrored Bully to attack twice with the Bully card. Oh, that only counts as 1. It doesn't count as 2 hostility cards. Oh, damn. Oh well. Let's use the other Bully anyway, and then apply 5 composure to our core argument so that when Catch Penny dies, it at least doesn't trample back on us. Destroyed, add 13 shills to your bonus, reduced by 25 at the end of your turn. I think we're very well suited by just playing both of our double entendres real quick. And then, what? Nepotism? To get some clout? Yeah. Play that clout. Deal 2 damage. And move on. Brag. Increase maximum damage of this card by 2. If we have Renown, which we don't have. Okay. Well, it's plus composure. This is the only thing they're attacking as our core argument, so we can just shield that, and it's fine. But now that we have Renown, we can swing out with Brag. I kind of hoped would deal maximum damage, but it didn't. And... let's go ahead and do that, too. Get rid of that background argument that Gunthrow had. Yeah, no, we just win. Just deal that further 3 damage with Rooted Brag and go about our day. Pick a negotiation card. We saw Fall Guy already. Stool Pigeon. Spend up to 2 renown, create a bait argument with 2 maximum resolve per renown spent. It bait's just like a decoy. The other arguments have to attack it first. Quip. Whenever your core argument is attacked, deal 3 damage to a random target. That sounds pretty good, actually. And we can upgrade our Bewilder to let it deal a little more composure, or deal a little less composure, but to all arguments. It was a very cute pigeon, is the thing. Brag. What does Brag level up into? Rooted Brag, so it just deals 3 damage, or Lucid Brag, where it just deals 5 damage, but we expend it. We took Rooted. We took 1 Rooted, so let's make this one Lucid. You know. Mirrored Bully attack twice with this card, which, now that I know that it doesn't count as 2 hostility attacks, makes it sound a lot less good. But I also don't particularly care about draw cards in this game, so let's do that. Metal, and recover health. Let me tell you something. As soon as I heard my buddy was in trouble, you bet I came back to the phone just to see him through. He's figured I'd dusted my knuckles enough helping him out. Time we upgrade the hardware. So what do you say? You gonna cooperate? It's not like Morif to let his plight known to just anyone, so I suppose that's legitimate. I'll show you what we have for our more discriminating customers. But for obvious reasons, it's a little easier to show the best stock after dark, so you'll want to check back often to see what we have. What, really? Life's too short to spend it shopping. I dare say it'll be shorter still if you don't keep an edge. Huh, yeah, that's fair enough. Mm-hmm. So, here's Plaka the Swab. Let's chat with Plaka the Swab real quick. Pardon? You're surprised to see a Spark Baron in the film, but you suppose enough has changed since you left. Baron, huh? The one you finally earn your way in the upper crust? Money opens doors, and the Spark Barons increasingly have more to offer. Yeah, let's see it then. Oh, graft. Here's where we get our grafts. Gang Pendant. At the start of each negotiation, gain 3 renown. So that fixes the problem of us not having renown to do stuff with renown with. Or high-pitched wine. At the start of each negotiation, gain 1 wine. At the end of the owner's turn, this argument gains 1 resolve. What does that do? It doesn't say that they have to attack it or anything, and it doesn't attack out. It's just a big thing that... It's just a piece of defense sitting over there that they can choose not to attack. Let's look at the combat grafts. Chafe. At the start of your turn, take 1 piercing damage. Oh, it's the, I know the name for this. The thing that, flagellants wear around their thighs. Anyway. What does it actually do? I didn't... at the start of your turn, take 1 piercing damage. Oh, right, because that, kicks Smith's Moxie on. Still sort of don't understand that one. Bandit. Whenever you trigger a card's threshold, gain adrenaline. I don't have many cards with a threshold. So I think we're not going to do any of those. Let's talk to Steven, the proprietor of the party zone back here. Hey, I've been told the real party's going on back here. Indeed, this is the place for the partying. It doesn't look like much. It's just 2 of you and some dusty old crates. I can assure you, we know how to party. Those crates full of party. Listen, Steven's fine. He's fine. Remove a battle or negotiation card. See what Steven has for sale. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Executive. This card deals double damage if you have renown 5, or triple damage if you have renown 10. We're never doing that. Gain 3 renown. Can only be played if you have no renown. When drawn, reduce the card of a random hostile card in your hand by 1 until played. Move up to 3 empty bottle cards from your draw pile to your discard pile. Whenever you trigger a card's threshold, gain 2 defense and expend. Or... Jackpot, this has a threshold. Apply 1 stun. I think none of these play with the deck we have. I have so many questions. Let's just chat with Steven for a second. Ask when the party starts. So when does the party start? Look around you, friend. The party has already started. What's the reason for the party? Parties do not need a reason, friend. Parties are the reason. Their theme? The theme is partying. How long is the party gonna last? The party will never end. Never? It will outlast you at least. Ominous, thanks. I think I've had enough partying for now. The party will be waiting for you when you get back. Let's, come back tomorrow night and see how that goes. In the meantime, let's go speak with Tay, apparently. You figure you'd found the right place when you see the Luminari. You always did have a knack for escalating the drama. You're the one asking for me at the hideaway? I am. Though from what I hear, it won't be too long before you're often asked for. I think I got about 5 minutes before the intrigue wears off and I get bored. So, what do you want? I reckon I'm about 10 years late on my cult dues, but you'd have better luck wringing brine from a stone. Luminari aren't tax collectors. My name is Te Utaro, and I am here to propose a partnership. We can just accept the job, sight unseen. Maybe we should ask some questions. Look, bud, I'm flattered and all, and I get that I'm a real catch, but I'm not the Marion type, you know? And I suppose you never will be now that you've been disowned. No title, no inheritance, you're a broodling flung from the reef. Never been negged before. It feels bad, actually. I meant a business arrangement, Banquad. One that sees you restored to your former glory. That sounds pretty underhanded for a Luminari. Naturally, I have questions. Naturally. What would a Luminari need with someone like me? Ain't you got the license to do whatever it is the cult wants you doing? Luminari are the right hand of the cult, it's true, but occasionally we're also the left. The beaching has introduced the cult to interesting times. There's blood in the water, and the sharks are starting to make their move. There's corruption in the cult. I mean, duh. And I'm seeking to purge it covertly. I need someone who can act as my agent. Someone no one would believe is an agent of the cult. Ah, the silt settles. So that bloated biomass on the beach, the one that killed my folks. A message from Hesh, no doubt. The creature's veins run rich with lumen. But what the message means has stirred a dangerous current in the cult's ranks. If we don't act, that current becomes a vortex, and vortices tend to drag everything down. You don't really think my parents were chosen, do you? You're sure they were Hessians, but only because the neighbors were. I'm not sure what to believe. Until Hesh's intentions are known, I can only go to where the waters send me. Sure, let's accept this job. So, doing this will get me back my inheritance. I can't guarantee that, but I do know that whatever happened to you was masterminded by Vix Mali, the cult of Hesh Cardinal, and our brother, I think. Uproot Vix Mali, and its fertile soil underneath. I get it. Oh, I said that like it was a first name. Uproot Vix Mali, and its fertile soil underneath. I get it. Seems like we're a business, Luminari. I was confident that would be the case. The cult's been recruiting heavily since the Great Beaching. Too heavily, if you ask me. Some of these new recruits are more motivated by the fear of their own hunger than out of good, honest fear of Hesh. I have noticed the overall quality of goon has dropped since the last time I was in town. Indeed. There's a pair of recruits that are on my radar for all the wrong reasons. I want to see if these new fish really know how to swim. Go pull the recruits out of whatever hole they've crawled into and take them to the beach. There's reports of krill coming ashore. If they can survive that battle, they deserve to stay. Why'd they listen to me? It's their sacred duty to return threats to the sea. That should be enough. I don't know, tell them I sent you, or threaten them with physical violence. You're supposed to be good at these things. A test of faith. You enter the dining room and are confronted with an angry scene. I am a representative of the almighty Het. I don't care who you represent, you're not going anywhere without paying. Calla returns to her meal. Damn cultists. What do you want, Grifter? I've got enough riffraff taking up space here already. Let's ask about Callow. What's your beef with Callow? She's a freeloader, ordered the most expensive dish in the house, and now she refuses to pay. Says it's my religious duty to feed the faithful. These cultists are worse than grifters. Convince Urko to donate the food. Offer to pay for Callow's meal. Talk to Callow. It's 20 shills? Your most expensive dish is 20 shills? Well, I guess that's a D&D thing, right? Or not specifically a D&D thing, but that thing in D&D where, like, player characters work on, like, a gold standard and everyone else who doesn't spend most of their income on magic swords works on a copper standard. Anyway. It's 20 shills. It's fine. I'll cover the cost. Really? Why would you do that? Not that I'm complaining. I suppose you just have a generous heart. Whatever. Do me another favor and get that no good neck out of here. Irkal returns to cooking. What's your angle, anyway? Kayatara sent me to collect you. You're on beach duty. Beach duty? Oh, at least my last meal was a good one. Callow joins you. And we're supposed to pick someone else up. I guess they're over here at Marif's place. You find the second recruit carousing at Sweet Marif's bar. You're your own barkeep. If you insist. Ask Pestifer what she is doing. Tell Pestifer to come with you. The price of gold may have changed since then, but a few years ago I looked it up and a +3 sword was around $6 million. So, like, there's this whole thing over here about commodities and how they're what we agree they're worth. But on the other hand, though, if you said to me, hey, here is a for real sword that has been actually enchanted, $6 million, I might go, you know what? Magic's a whole thing. I guess $6 million is right for that. What's going on here? What does it look like? I'm getting hammered. This religious thing? Sure! Tell Pestifer to come with you. Tayatara sent me. You got beach duty. Beach duty? In this state? I'd rather not, thanks. So, Pestifer will dislike us if we threaten or force them to come with us, but we can challenge them to a drinking contest instead. I'm going to repeat the thing I said at the top of the stream, where we're content warning this particular story for, like, massive alcohol usage. You're a fan of liquid refreshment, eh? I get thirsty. Who doesn't? Oh, me too, friend. I've been known to get powerfully thirsty. Fellow traveler. Yeah, so I'll tell you what. You can outdrink me. Sweet Marif here will give you 200 shills. What? And if I can't? Then if you can't, you have to come with me and do your duty at the beach. Deal? Deal. You join Pestifer at her table and wave Sweet Marif over. I didn't agree to this, Smith. That's more money than I can lose tonight. Don't worry about it. I can hold my own against this lightweight. You better. So are we gonna talk or are we gonna drink? We have a drink. We will gain 2 cards. I think one of them is a negotiation, one's a battle card. Either way, they're just more useless cards that will be in our deck. We'll also restore some resolve in HP, but that's sort of secondary. And we'll just take these cards. It's the spot, doesn't it? That's nothing. I drank more than that before breakfast. Let's keep going. Sure. Gain another tipsy and slurred speech. Refreshing. Feeling this yet? 'Cause I'm not. It's time for more. I just had a really strong memory of playing Circle of Death with a bunch of people, and then leaving the circle to go into the bathroom for a while, and then coming out and continuing to play the game. I used to make very poor decisions. Used to. Excuse me. I... Pestifer falls over. Did I just lose? I think we may both have lost. But you definitely lost more than me. Pestifer sways as she gathers her belongings and joins you. Not familiar with Circle of Death. So you get a deck of playing cards. And you shuffle them, right? I guess you don't have to. Yeah, you probably should, actually. You shuffle them, and you fan them out into a big O. And everyone around the table takes turns drawing the cards. And each rank of card has a different drinking a minigame attached to it, where you have to... The person who pulls it will say a word, and then the person next to them has to say a word that rhymes with that word, and the third person has to say another word that rhymes, and so on until someone can't, and then that person drinks, as an example. I've seen a whole bunch of different rules with it. It's one of those things that I'm sure gets very regional, but it can be devastating. You are a madman. Yeah, I told you it was good for it. Now I gotta go fight some fish. You just come back in one piece. Alright, back to the krill sighting. Let's get these two beaten up by fish. You find the spot Teyutaro told you about. I don't see any. Oh no. You're much bigger than I thought you were. You have way more abs. Uh-oh. Well, yep. And I'll just stand there. So here's the thing. Pestifer doesn't have any, like, conditions because she's drunk. What are we doing right now? Tipsy. I guess we could just play it to play it. Bash. Push it. When did I take this? Or was it in my deck already? It might have just been in the deck already. Let's Flask. Rumble. Expend one empty bottle card from your deck. Apply 2 trauma. Drink, gain 1 power. Expend. Drink, gain 2 adrenaline. Expend. I think let's take the one that lets us gain 1 power, because that is a permanent buff as opposed to adrenaline, which drains at the end of the turn. And then we just, like, bash for 5. Or, you know, 3. Uh-oh, you gained power. What happened? Gain 1 power whenever attacked, periodically purges all status effects. Wow. We better get that done with pretty quickly. Oh, right. Kiss the Fists. That's gonna bring up your power twice. But I think that's fine, actually. Yeah, let's just deal at least 10. Since you're not attacking this turn anyway. Do we want to just throw the 2 drop kicks out there too? We'll take 6 damage, but it's like the end of the day, so who cares? Yeah, actually. I just pump up another 14. And then I think our Luminitiates are going to do their damage and send it off into the panic zone. Yep. Back to the sea with you. Pick ourselves a battle card. Bold'em. Threshold 6, apply 2 wound. Right in the face, expend up to 3 empty bottle cards from your deck, attack a random enemy per card expended. Each attack would be for 4. If your target has trauma, deal 3 bonus damage. Let's try this. Let's try and do more stuff with empty bottles. Speaking of which, we can upgrade Smith's Flask. A pool of upgraded cards or Improvise Plus. So Improvise Plus gives us more options. Upgraded cards give us the same pool of options, but each individual option is better, but we only get 3. I sort of like the more choices, especially because there is that opportunity to just get the flask and then get the keg to drink the flask again, and then get the keg to drink the flask again, and then just have like 6 bottles to do whatever you want with. The last of the monster's blood falls into the surf. Yeah, it wasn't so bad, was it? This was supposed to be an easy gig. No, you really thought that. Well, yeah. People call me gullible. Anyway, enjoy your life of faith and violence. Callow stares out over the water, pondering the choices that have led her to this moment. Let's head back to Tay. Greetings once again. I am happy to report that both of your flunkies have survived the test. Really? That's surprising. I hope you didn't help them too much. I tend not to help people out for free. Indeed. Speaking of such, here's your pay. You get paid 100 shills. You gain 1 metal. And a battle graph. Gain 2 power at the start of each battle, lose 2 power the first time you take enemy damage. That sounds like an alright trade-off. Just gotta make sure you keep your defense on point, like I never do. 2 Fisted at the start of battle, add 2 empty bottle cards to your discard pile. I like that also. And then Chafe, which I don't want to take. I like 2 power more than I like empty bottles, especially because we have other ways to get empty bottles. Now we head right back to the bar, where there will be no... Okay, we get jumped on the way back to the bar. Trina, the bile broker's chemist. Ah, there you are, you old sassafras McGass. Who are you calling a sassafras, you old muffin stuffing? Have we, like, met? Nah. I know you. Trina leans in close, red eyes staring deeply into yours. I know you, Smith Banklad. Her breath smells like swill. You could really go for some swill right now. Let me show you something. Okay, but it's one of those eyeballs puzzles. You should know I punched the last one. No, it's the way. I gotta show you the way. Learn the way. Exchange 3 tipsy for 3 drunken master. Oh, hey! We finally get to expend those, useless tipsy cards for something that's useful. Show me, I gotta know. You wanna be the best? Then you gotta take that weakness. Weakness. Who needs it? That's right. Take that weakness and turn it over for a good kicking. When you get good and Sasquatch saturated, then just wring yourself out. Bam! Yeah! Good, isn't it? Your stupor is gone, but then so is the raging headache between your eye stalks. I guess that means there's a bar stool somewhere with my name on it. Get 3 Drunken Master. What does that do? It's an attack that does between 2 and 10 damage. It adds a Tipsy card to your discard cards. It deals max damage if you have Tipsy in your hand. I've never seen this card before, I don't think. That's really interesting. Of course, the sort of, the risk for that is that once you do that, you will be running around with these, useless Tipsy cards in your, well, not useless, I guess. But they're just gonna be in your deck, clogging up the place. We'll see how it goes. Now we go back to Sweet and Rafe's place, where there will not be any problems. When you come back, the bar is empty, save for a table occupied by the kind of rowdy miscreants you generally enjoy. Actually, before we get to these rowdy miscreants, it's 10:15, and I need to take myself a little break. So, we're gonna leave the scene here, and we are gonna go to a break. Recommend that you do whatever self-care is useful to you. This might be a good time to get on your social media of choice and check out a mutual aid hashtag, do some boosting, do some giving if you have the means available, because the only way out of this is through, and the only way through this is together. We're going to just leave it here, I think. I'll just mute myself, and we'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Please join us then. Hey, I'm back. We're not gonna get back into the storage for just a moment because I went and got a chocolate wafer thing. Because it sounded really good to have. There's not much of it, it won't take long. How are y'all doing? I talked about it a little bit on social media, but I spent, I had to go to the doctor over the weekend because I had a kidney stone, apparently. Which I'm almost certain I passed. So that's good. Don't have to deal with that again. Hopefully. I'm gonna be increasing my water intake. I'm glad you're fine. From what I've heard, you'd know if you'd passed a kidney stone. Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure. The only reason I put a, secondary... The only reason I put a buffer on it at all is because I've never had one before, and so don't have a useful comparison slide. But now I do. Next time I'll know for sure. Alright. When you come back... we're getting back into the thing. When you come back, the bar is empty, save for a table occupied by the kind of rowdy miscreants you generally enjoy. Not tonight, though. Too much on your mind. But the good pal that you are, you notice Sweet Marie seems distracted. Hey, Sweets. You ain't got no love for your old friend and savior? No, it's just... we got customers. Yeah, you're welcome. Right, but they're causing trouble. You see that big lug over there? Sweet Marie directs your attention to the table, not that you'd need help finding the only other people in the joint. Really less of a customer and more of a parasite. They've scared off all the other clientele, and I don't have a bouncer to deal with the riffraff. No, fortunately for you, you got riffraff fit to make someone bounce. Let me handle it. Wait, please don't break anything, and don't kill anyone! You hear the request, and you tell yourself you'll seriously consider it. You approach the close-knit group surrounding a mountain of empty and broken glasses. These folks are familiar, the kind of bar slugs you find all across Avaria. Most of them seem the sort that would melt under an open tab or a closed fist, whichever way you went. Except for one. Liquor has put a soft, buttery gaze in his eyes, but it's only a marinade for a meat too tough to rend. I'm going to repeat that entire dialogue box because it was just so fun. Liquor has put a soft, buttery glaze in his eyes, but it's only a marinade for a meat too tough to rend. Yay, I like this game. Well, hey fellas, looking to add to your company? Seems awful lonely in here, just you lot and no one else. That's by design. We're not in the mood for socializing, so scram or get scrambled. Let's ask about the group. No socializing, there's so many of you. There's gotta be some special occasion that brings you out to the hideaway. Or, you got sorrows to drown. These fellas your emotional support. The boss's birthday, if you have to know. No, it ain't, and no, he don't. Now, I know you heard me the first time, pal. Since I'm feeling charitable, I'll say it one more time. Go away. We can undermine Weasel's cultivated air, or just sucker punch him. Marif wants us to not kill anyone. Let's just undermine him with our words. That's untrue. As a matter of fact, the best chatters are the ones that come into your stream naturally. The ones that actually gel with the sort of content you're putting out, not ones that you pay for. Dickweed. Anyway. It must take a lot of work getting your voice to grumble like that. What? Come on, tell me you don't practice your tough guy. Look in front of a mirror and let you brush your teeth. That shows what you know. The boss don't even brush his teeth. Yeah, I do. I guess that explains the aroma. We start with some influence, because Sweet Marif is here. That's nice. Let's go ahead and apply composure to it so we don't lose it immediately. What are the arguments surrounding you? Oh, we've seen this in other, boss encounters like this. So, we're going to have a fight here in a moment, and they have 3 people who will be joining them in the fight. If we get rid of these arguments around the edge, then they will have less people in the fight. Which should not be too hard. The risk reward is, you know, you have to actually take down the core argument in order to actually start the fight, and otherwise you're spending resources on these back here. But I think that's perfectly fine. What do we do? Do we just go for the one that's like 7? I think so. And we juked 1. Already. Nice and easy. Clean, clear, and under control. When destroyed, remove a random intent from Weasel. I don't think we want to do that. Let's Quip. Whenever your core argument is attacked to deal 3 damage to a random target. We're going to take 2 attacks this turn, so that's fine. Actually, do we want to just block? Yeah, actually, because it doesn't say when it takes damage, it just says whenever we're attacked. Yeah, so if we just block all of it, they'll take the splashback damage and we won't get hurt at all. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Do we want to... The only thing you're attacking is the influence, and that's fine, I think. Do we want to just swing in and take out the second supporter? I think we do. And we'll just clout you in the face for 2, I suppose. Knock out that core argument so that we can get to this 3rd supporter down here, which keeps having resolve on it for some reason. Damn, that's a lot of that. Crud. Well, I guess we just get some renown and then try and swing for 7. Almost got there. Managed to do some damage to that last supporter. If they get composed again, I'm gonna feel very badly. No, there we go. Let's smack you right there at the back. That's all your supporters gone. And I think that's all we can do, because Save Face doesn't actually do anything unless we have the renown for it, so, yeah. Oh yeah. Let's choose a negotiation card. Scapegoat. Force all friendly arguments to target a specific opponent argument. Turnabout. Destroy a friendly argument. Apply composure equal to its maximum resolve to all friendly arguments. Sounds good. Or all out. Gain 2 defenselessness. You cannot apply composure while this is active. At the start of your turn, reduce defenselessness by 1. Reduce the cost of 2 random cards in your hand by 1 until end of turn. So we get 2 cards that we can play for free, but we also can't, like, block for 2 turns. I think Scapegoat. I think the idea that we get to choose where our ticks go is incredibly useful. And we can upgrade Brag. Gain 1 renown. Name drop. Gain 3 renown instead of 2. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything, boss, but you could reassess your personal hygiene habits. What? Just maybe don't shoot the messenger, you know? This guy did you a favor by telling you. Think of it like a birthday present. Yeah, birthday present. You want me to give me a present, Grifter? How about one of your eye stalks for good luck? This is self-defense. Defend the bar. Weasel's erstwhile goons hang back and jeer at their former companion. You're immediately impaired, so that's nice. What else do you have? Gain +1 power at the start of a battle, which is that. You've been told to keep this target alive. And we said we were going to consider it. Let's apply some defense. And we need bottles to do some of this stuff, but... yeah, let's just hammer throw, I suppose. Let's really jam you for 5. Oh, here's the Drunken Master cards. Get Weasel to surrender. Should we play Drunken Master first? No, let's play the Flask. Play Smith's Flask again. Get an empty bottle. Play Smith's Flask again. Get an empty bottle. We can't play Smith's Flask again. But we can stack for 6. And yeah, I think we just attack with the Drunken Masters on the off chance. Holy crap! Okay, I was gonna say on the off chance that we just ran him into max damage, but yeah, doing 9 in one go. That's pretty good. Oh, their friends are like jeering at them from behind Smith's back. That's a shame. Kiss the fists? Yeah. I see no good reason not to. Can we deal 7? Yes, absolutely, we can deal 7 damage in one go. Let's just drop kick you for 9. I was told to leave you alive. Let's accept your surrender. This is what happens when you bring a sniper rifle to a bar fight. It's the wrong tool for the wrong job. Where are your fucking sight lines? You can't actually get a beat on anything because it's all too close through your scope. Anyway. I shouldn't, like, pile on, I guess. Tracer. Apply to Tracer. What is Tracer? Whenever owner is hit by an attack, you gain 1 defense. At the start of owner's turn, remove 1 stack of Tracer. That's why you hip fire? Yeah! Yeah, hip firing probably would have done the thing, but no, I didn't even register their name. It was just like on one knee, crouched, braced up against the floor, like he was taught. Increase your moxie by the amount of damage dealt by this card. Or just increase your moxie by 4. I like Biostrike, and I'm pretty sure if we level it up, we can make it cheaper than 2 action points to use. So, yeah. Let's also pick a negotiation card. Powder Keg. When destroyed, deal 8 damage to a random opponent argument and create a new Powder Keg. Even Footing. Apply 2 composure to a random friendly argument. Repeat once per enemy non-core argument. Or choose a card in your hand and create an exact copy of it and expend. I like this. Let me tell you the world I want to live in. I want to live in the world where we get the, what is it called? Smith's Negotiation Improvisation card. The one that lets you play a hostility card twice. And then copy that card and then hit with Bully for like 7 to 14 damage. I want to live in that world. I think Carbon Copy can get us there. Dropkick is available to upgrade. It can deal 8 damage or 11 damage, and we exile it. I think we're fine exiling it. Just crank it up to 11. It's like 1 more damaging than a 10. Oh, please. Yeah, I had enough, eh? Yeah, we just got carried away. No hard feelings. All feelings are hard, friend. But I'm not one to hold a grudge. You know, we'll see ourselves out. The party moves outside. You sense you haven't seen the last of Weasel. Oh, also, all of their thugs like us now, presumably because we, turned them away from the path of following some scrub like Weasel. Thanks, Smith. That could have got ugly. Please, I'm a professional. I had everything under control the entire time. I've made up a room for you in the back when you're ready to hit the sack. Oh, and one more thing. Since you handled those goons so well, I'll let you take something from the lost and found. Just like old times. Another graft reward. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. All diplomacy cards deal 50% less damage. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. 2 random people will hit you again because you are wearing a necklace of fingers and didn't really ask where they came from. Interior Drill. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 until played. That is a graft that gets us a free card basically every turn. So, yes, actually. People sure lose some good stuff in here. Thanks, Marie. We can open map, but I don't think there's anything for us to do unless we want to go back to Steven's party corner. We can talk to Sweet Marif about our plans. I guess we will. Your room's ready, if you are. Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. May as well do it indoors. Sweet Marif opens a door behind the bar for you. Your bed calls. You feel almost guilty taking Sweet's bed, but then you remember he's got all that nice fur to keep him cozy. We get some health and resolve back. We have people who love us, we have people who like us, we have people who dislike us, and we lose all of those tipsies and slurred speeches. You wake up, feeling groggy in the morning light. You wake up at the butt crack of noon to hear the clamor of gossip in the bar downstairs. That's enough to get you out of bed quick. Good morning, Sweets. What's the noise today? It seems your whole family is on the up. Not enough that Vix Molly is now one of the briniest of Hessians, but Thoreau's on the market. He just announced it. Thoreau can't stand sharing a basket, let alone a whole household. Besides, our folks never approved of him for a betrothal contract, and Vix always said he was too stupid to branch the dynasty. He must have changed his tune because Vix is the sponsor. You know, maybe your siblings needed a bit of convincing to get on board with the whole disown Smith idea. Maybe we could use this to get you back in the game. If you're suggesting I marry my own brother, what? No, but Thoreau's about as bright as a lumen state. We put forward a candidate for marriage and you get a way in. Blackmail, manipulation, or just a simple assassination with his spouse inheriting his place at the table. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Maybe I was out of line to say anything. Nah, I'm listening. But you got someone in mind? Because most of the social climbers in the foam are too ambitious to wedge themselves under my thumb really easily. Well, in fact, I do know a couple of folks. Denkus, or maybe even Andawatet, and Andawanet. Denicus or Andawanet? Ask about Andawanet. That name sounds familiar. Probably because she's only the biggest celebrity on this side of the salt. She's got influence and popularity, but no brood dynasty to call her own. So she might want to join the Banklots, huh? And if not, at least she could get an autograph. So who's this Denicus? He's a con artist, plain and simple. He's been working Supplicant City, but word is he's in town. You offer the shills or even the influence to work in an even bigger scam, and Denicus will listen. Thoreau's a charmer. The face ain't pretty, he'll outmaneuver him. No, Denicus is pretty, alright. I mean, so I've heard other people who are not me say. You can just like Denicus, it's fine. Alright, I'll go talk to one of those poor schlubs. Marion Thoreau, what a nightmare. Click open our map. Convince Antoinette to help you get Thoreau, or convince Denicus to help you get Thoreau. I remember liking Denicus. I don't remember much about Antoinette. I suppose we can just talk to both. Hey bud, you don't know me, but I hear you're the kind of guy who likes an opportunity. You're right on the last half anyway. Smith Banquad, right? The Castaway's son? We actually met once in Murder Bay, at a card table reserved for Admiralty. We did? I wouldn't expect you to remember. I was going by a different name and you were very, very drunk. I'm glad to see you survived the alcohol poisoning, but it was a rough betrayal you came home to, eh? This opportunity of yours have anything to do with that? As a matter of fact, I want to get you hitched to my brother. Assuming you can clean up nice enough. I can clean up better than you, that's for sure. Fair warning though, I don't do murder. So if you want him dead, it's gotta be your hand on the hilt. Ask about his intentions. You seem awful quick to the chase, huh? Any idea what you plan to get out of this? I mean, chills, what else? Your brother Thoreau's turning water into brine the way he runs his business. I'll sweep him off his feet and throw him into whatever pit of spikes you'll arrange. I take what's mine and disappear, and you get the opportunity to sweep in and clean up. That'll get you back in your family's graces. I guess you've done this before, huh? This? No, never. Something similar, once or twice. Let's consider our options. I don't know, I think I need to consider before I go into business with a con like you. Again with the insult, you'll never make any friends that way. Decide quick, or I might choose to seize my own opportunity. You shouldn't seize your opportunity in public. Unless it's a very distinct sort of space for that kind of thing. Hey, are you, yeah, what's your name? Antoinette? You're looking to get hitched to a noble, is that right? If that's a proposal, honey, you'll need to rewind the clock and try again. At the very least, my shoes demand respect, even if my face doesn't. You want to respect, you're going to need a name to command it. How would you like to be a banquad? My brother Thoreau is on the market. I wouldn't use the word strapping, but I would say available. He's an available young man. Thoreau's brother? Something tells me you're not the Hessian. So are you the disowned one? What would a loose thread like you be doing representing your brother? No, you're really up on your gossip columns, huh? I'm already in them, so why not? Well, let's see if I can guess your intentions. You've been disinherited, so you need someone in the family trying to get you back in. Or is it not that? Is it just petty revenge you're after? And why not both, huh? Yeah, why not both indeed? Thoreau's notorious in the gossip columns, an entrepreneurial playboy. His siblings hate him, but he keeps the money coming in. I think I might be very interested, you sweet thing. Let's discuss. Let's ask her about her intentions. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Ash, you make it sound so cloak and dagger. It's simple. I'll marry your brother, that gets you access to him. Then you kill him, and I come home and find his poor mutilated body. Antoinette contorts her face into a facsimile of despair. Darling, no, my beloved, oh evil day. Who would do such a thing? I play the distraught widow. My name is whispered in every household from here to Deltree, and the killer's never found. And then when I sit on the family board as your beloved sister, I see you reinstated, and we're allied against the others. Yeah, that is about it. You thought about this before? Only nightly since I was a child. I'm a big advocate for visualizing the future you want to achieve. I don't know, I like your gumption. Well, hey, sounds like you're smart enough to bring on board, huh? I said, let's go for it, sis. Now, hold on, it's not that simple. Because we can't formalize this in a contract, I need to show good faith. Do a little something for me, and I'll see that your intentions are dedicated. Yeah, there's always got to be a thing. Always. Seems my wide social net has caught up to me, and I've been looped into a scandal. Gotta get the impression that's the sort of thing you enjoy. I want the spotlight, dear, and this is nothing but a tedious affair with a view from the sidelines. A dear friend of mine was killed recently while dining in my company. It seems to me like a simple case of food poisoning, and naturally I dismissed the caterer and considered it an unfortunate tragedy. Was it? Darling, sometimes the simplest answer is simply correct. Koi was a good caterer, but mistakes happen. Death was a tragic accident, but one that I refused to pay for. Oh, you stiffed the caterer, and now he's demanding payment? At the very least, I needed to save a shield to place upon the corpse's brow. But Koi isn't my only problem, because I'm fortunate enough to be surrounded by ingrates. I did Cash a favor by helping him acquire an extremely rare product. Now he's claiming the goods were stolen property and demanding I compensate him for the trouble. All I did was make the connection. Cash was the one who finalized the deal. The onus of legality fell squarely upon him. Yeah, I get it. It's a pickle, but not, like, a delicious one. And lastly, Ash's bell, there's more. A veritable typhoon, darling. I'm being blackmailed. For what? I don't know. Perhaps I diddled somewhere where I shouldn't have dwaddled. The letter was non-specific. If you could sort it out with the blackmailer, I'd be much obliged. There's a lot, you know. Free up my social calendar and my reputation so I can indulge in better pursuits, like marrying your brother. So am I solving these mysteries or just, like, making them go away? Oh, I don't have a preference on how the cookie crumbles, my dear. I just don't want any crumbs in my collar. Fool on you. That's how you get surprise snacks later. We just got a lot of quest markers. Oof. Gex is looking to the Antoinette situation. You might be able to exploit that. Zin is trying to shake down Antoinette, threatening to tell everyone that Antoinette hired him to kill Tak. Cash is threatening to tell the local merchants that Antoinette has been selling stolen goods. Koi got stuck with the bill and the blame when Tact was killed, and is telling anyone who will listen that Antoinette isn't to be trusted. We're gonna have to do all 4 of these, I think. How can you tell how much time an activity will consume? So time is not a resource. We'll have time enough to do all the things, no matter what. The day-night cycle is based on, like, hitting main quest markers. Does that make sense? I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase it. Did make sense. Okay. Let's grab... Let's do this, because it's funny for me for reasons. Oh, hang on. No, I thought you were selling something. It's easy to pick Cash out from a crowd on account of how he looks as anxious as a browbeaten Derek. Hey, you Cash? What? No, who told you? You ever warn? Yeah, easy, buddy. I just wanted to talk. Ain't with the Admiral leave that you're worrying about. Oh. Good. Ask about the stolen goods. You in trouble with the law, I take it? I'm an honest business person. I would never knowingly purchase stolen goods. Jelly cheese is an exquisite delicacy, all the way from the Deltrian Highlands. It's carefully certified on import, and I had every reason to assume it was legitimately procured. Really? I only had jelly cheese once, but it's a texture you don't forget. It's truly like chewing on ice cubes and gargling hot algae at the same time. Yeah, you kind of had to know it was stolen, though the wait list on jelly cheese is like years long. My only crime is being optimistic. At least now I know Antoinette's in league with thieves, and I shan't do business with her again. I say I simply shan't. Intimidate. Cash will dislike you. Attack. Cash will dislike you also has friends back there. It would take 500 to cover your costs, and I don't want to do that. This is an intimidation attempt. Look, it sucks about the jelly cheese, but nobody forced you to buy it. So, as a courtesy, Antoinette formally requests that you shut your damn lion mouth. You need help with that? We get a bunch of intimidates. I guess we'll play Name Drop just to draw a damn card. Choose your card in your hand and create an exact copy of it. I don't really want to create a copy of Double Entendre. Or certainly not this Double Entendre. But I think we'll just hit for 2 and move on. Whip. Whip went well last time. Oh, this is good too. Nepotism. We'll play Clout, which is apparently dealing 6 damage. and Mirrored Bully just like deals 16 in one go. Our flourishes are ready. We have ults, did you know? It took us a while to fill them up because these have been quite short fights. Claim to fame. Gain 8 renown and flourish. Rebuild. Remove a friendly argument and create a new version of it with twice as much max resolve. Or deal 6 damage to all opponent arguments. I don't think any of that is terribly useful right now, so we'll just leave that in the back 9 for later. I'm fine paying 5 shells to deal 4 damage. Yep. Yeah, let's just play double entendre and have done with it. Pick a negotiation card. What do we want? Ad hominem, crass, ball guy. I actually don't want any of these, so we're going to decline and just take some money instead. We can upgrade our nepotism, though. Insert buffer or compel. Buffer and compel are both diplomacy cards. One is gain 2 influence, the other is deals double damage and hits all opponent arguments if you have 3 renown, which we almost never will. Yeah, I think we take this one, which, if nothing else, gives us overturn, which is the which is still play this card twice, which boosts bully. Earn victory medal and restore health. Alright, do you want some? Because if word gets out that you think Antoinette keeps bad company, well, you think you're gonna... You know how many friends she's got? You think they're gonna like what you're suggesting? No, and of course I don't need to say that all of them are bad. Barely any, really. Antoinette was as duped as I was. Hoodwinked, the lot of us. Yeah, that's right. Let's do one more, and then we will call the stream for the night, I think, because I don't want to do this whole quest line, especially because it's 11 o'clock right now. Zin is trying to shake hand when that. Let's go over here to the caterer. The caterer isn't hard to find, thanks to the aura of doom and gloom leaking out of his pores. Hey friend, why the long face? Oh, the usual, and 3/4 horse. You cater to the whims of the rich and famous, and all you get is a kick in the pants when you fall foul of their politics. Want my advice? Don't ever work for Antoinette. Wow, that sounds complicated. It's not that complicated, really. My boss had a party, her guest got poisoned. I got blamed and dismissed without pay. That seems kind of fair, don't it? Fair? What's not fair is my entire livelihood's ruined because Antoinette has lax security. You want to know what I think? I think her guest was assassinated. Really? It couldn't have been my food. For one thing, Antoinette also ate it, and I ate it, and my kitchen staff ate some too. None of them got sick. Sometimes the simplest answer is simply correct. Cover your costs, intimidate you, or attack. Grunjax will be jumping in just because, doesn't enjoy us. 300 shells is a lot to make you go away. Hey, Grunjax. See, 60 shills so that you stay out of the fucking fight is a much better expenditure of my money. Might be a bit of trouble coming. You're not gonna, like, interfere, are you? You do what you want. I won't try to stop you. Let's do that intimidation thing. Hey, look, pal, you got nothing to back you up, so you better stop dragging Antoinette's name around like it's a yote on a leash. And we have influence. Let's just start out with a double intender. Gain 2 renown, draw a card. The card we drew is Intimidate. That's unfortunate. But we can, now that we have renown, just deal a bunch of damage with Lucid Brag. Mirrored Bully's gonna do basically nothing. But, eh. Oh, right, our flourishes are up. Let's leave that alone. Wait until you have like a bunch of arguments hanging around, and then we'll smack them all for 6. In a row. Yeah, so I think let's flatten. Because that's going to take out their secondary argument up there. If we carbon copy Mirrored Bully, does that mean Mirrored Bully loses its, No, it doesn't, because it's not gaining, attack power based on its bravado thing. It's getting attack power based on, Intimidated back here. So actually, yes, let's carbon copy that exact card. And now we'll just play it twice. And apply some composure to our influence, I suppose. Keeps it up, we can deal max damage with whatever comes our way. Like famous Barag and looted Barag. Koi dislikes you. Well, we get another double entendre, and I really like the double entendres, actually. Ransack, draw 3 cards, discard 2 random cards from your hand. Or Amplify, choose a card in your hand and increase its damage by 2 in this negotiation. I kind of just really want to keep taking double entendre. Alright, here's how it is. Otherwise I'm going to leash you. You understand? Real tight. Alright, fine. I'll shut my mouth. But Antoinette better watch herself, because it won't be long before that assassin comes for her, and I won't be sorry. Well... you live by the poison, you die by the poison, I suppose. That's gonna be the end of the stream, y'all. This is gonna be fun. I like Griftlands. And I like Smith. I like his devil may care attitude and, complete hard-headedness. So yeah. That's gonna be that. Let's hit this while we're about it. And what do I have to say? I'm pretty sure I had some stuff to say. We might start streaming on YouTube as a means to show solidarity with the Amazon boycott. We are still sort of looking at that and what that's going to require from us. So if and when we make a more solid decision about that, we'll like put it out here. But as it stands, the next stream is on Friday, and will be me with more Griftlands, continuing this story, getting Antoinette's ducks in a row so she can be our designated widow. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Anything else to say? I don't think I do. Love you. Have a good night.